The election to decide whether or not to recall Governor Gavin Newsom is set for September 14th. This comes after a months-long push from critics who claim the governor mishandled California's response to the pandemic. Others disagree and say the election is a waste of taxpayer money. Tonight, News 8's Richard Allen shows us what voters can expect to see on the ballot and how the recall process works.
Well, that's right. Now that the date has officially been set, these next 10 weeks will be filled with frenzied campaigning. But with summer here and the state just beginning to reopen, will California voters be paying attention?
Now is not the time to waste hundreds of millions of dollars on a recall effort that is nothing more than a partisan power grab.
But the exact time of the recall election targeting Governor Newsom has now officially been established, September 14th, and the revised cost to the state and counties to run the election, according to California's finance office, is $276 million, $20 million here in San Diego County. Once voters receive their recall ballot, they will have two questions to answer. The first of which is, should Newsom be removed from office? Only if a majority answers yes will the second question come into play, allowing voters to choose from a list of potential replacements. The state legislature this week voted to alter the election timetable, allowing it to be held earlier, a move that Republicans have blasted.
Any child can tell you the word for changing the rules in the middle of the game. It's cheating.
The conventional wisdom is that an earlier vote on the recall would be advantageous to the Newsom camp. Political analyst Steve Swat.
Democrats, of course, would like to have it sooner rather than later because they believe that the governor is in a good political position now. And the longer you wait, the more things could go wrong.
However, with the recall less than 2.5 months away, questions persist as to whether Democrats have enough time to fire up their base, even if most Democrats would want Newsom to stay in office. Thad Kouser is chair of UC San Diego's political science department.
They may not be motivated to turn out, especially to turn out in maybe a September election in an odd year, whereas the supporters of the recall who have been organizing, who through that petition drive got a lot of the personal connections with voters, they may be more motivated to show up regardless of when the election is.
Also, keep in mind, all registered voters will receive a mail-in ballot. Also, anyone wanting to join this race has to fill out their paperwork in the next couple weeks for their name to make that ballot.